Hello all, in the series of covering asset topics, this is our 10th video where we'll learn about percentage and ratio and variations. So in this topic, first we will start with percentage. So basically in percentage, we get three types of problems. Type 1, where we need to find the percent of anything, any quantity. Like type 1, like 20% of 50 is equal to what? That means we need to find the 20% of 50. So this one is simple. One thing you have to remember, percentage can always be replaced by 1 over 100. So we'll be getting 20 over 100 is times of 50 equal to 1000 divided by 100. So that is equal to 10. Then type 2. Type 2 will be finding number when percent of it is given. Like we can take the example as, suppose it's given that 10% of what number is 76. So in this case, what we will be doing, we can assume let the number be x. That means 10% of x is 76. So what we can do here, 10 over 100 times of x should be equal to 76. So here we are getting x over 10 equal to 76. On cross multiplication, we will be getting x equal to 76 times of 10. That is equal to 760. So that will be our answer. Now type 3. Type 3, when percentage is missing, like finding what percentage is one number of another. For example, suppose the question is what percent of 230 is 46. Then what we will be doing in this case, again we will assume x. So if the percent is x, that means x percent of 230 equal to 46. So what we can do here is x over 100 times of 230 is equal to 46. So we can write here from 10 both will be cancelled out. So 23x over 10 is equal to 46. So from here we can multiply both the sides by 10 over 23. So we'll be getting x equal to 46 times 10 over 23. 46 is cancelled out from 23 in 2 times. So we'll be getting 2 times of 10, that is 20. So that means 20% of 230 is equal to 46. That is our answer. Answer will be 20%. So these are the basic three types of percentage problem which we get. Next is finding an amount after percentage change. So it's given that price of any object is increased or decreased by some percentage. Like price of, suppose sugar is increased by 12%. That means when it was original price, that was the 100%. So this is a trick on these type of questions. So suppose the original price was x. Original price is x. Then on x it has increased by 12%. So 100% price was x, but it has been increased. So the new price which we will be calculating is 100 plus 12% it has increased. So 12% of x. That means we need to calculate 112% of x. And as I have said, percentage means you can replace that by 1 over 100. So we can write this as 112 over 100, which is 1.12 x we will be getting. That means we need to find the new price. We can simply multiply original price by 1.12 and we will be getting the new price. Similarly for decrease, suppose decrease of 15%, then what we will be doing, original price times of 100 minus 15% will give us new price. So this is a trick we can use to solve questions on increase and decrease. Let's see a question on this. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 30% and its width is increased by 10%, by what percentage will the area of the rectangle be increased? So in this case, what we will be doing, a length and width is not given. So suppose length is L, width is W, then area will be equal to LW. Now length is increased by 30%. So new length will be 130% of L. That means we can simply say 1.3 L. Similarly, new width we will be getting is, new width will be 10% increase. So 110% of W. So we'll be getting 1.1 W. So new area we will be getting 1.3 L times of 1.1 W. That is equal to 1.43 LW. So you can see again, this is basically 1.43 LW is equal to 143% of LW. That means 143% of LW, which we can say that 40% area has been increased from the original. So what it was asking, what percent will the area of the rectangle increased? So we can say area of rectangle is increased by 43%. So this is how we can solve these type of questions. Now finding the original amount. Finding the original amount after percentage change. So we know that new amount is equal to 100 plus or minus, suppose percentage change is C, so 100 plus or minus C percent of original amount. So we can simply say that the original amount will be new amount divided by 100 plus or minus C percent. That's it. We can find the original amount by this method. Let's do one more question on this. So it says a soccer team has played 25 games and has won 60% of the games it has played. What is the minimum number of additional games the team must win in order to finish the season winning 80% of the games it has played? So you can see the soccer team has played 25 games and has won 60% of the games. So 60% of 25 we need to find, which is 60 over 100 times of 25, which is 15. Minimum number of additional games. So let minimum number of additional games is X. That means total games they will be playing is increased by X. And suppose they have to won, since it is saying minimum number of additional games, so to reach 80%, they will have to win all the games, all the additional games they will be playing. So 80% of 25 plus X, that is the total number of games 25 plus X, and they have to win 80%, and that should be equal to, they have already won 15 and they are going to win all additional games, that is X. So what we will be getting from here, 80% of 25 plus X, that means 0.8 times of 25 plus X is equal to 15 plus X. So we'll be getting from here 0.8 times of 25, which is 20 plus 0.8x equal to 15 plus X. We can add both, subtract both the sides, 0.8x and 15 also. So we will be getting 20 minus 15 is equal to X minus 0.8x. So we are getting 5 is equal to 0.2x. We will divide both the sides by 0.2. So we will be getting X equal to 5 over 0.2. That is equal to 25. That means they will play 25 additional games and they need to win all 25 in order to finish the season with 80% winnings. So that's all in percentage. Now let's see what we will be discussing in rates and variations, ratio and variations. So in ratio and variations, what we need to discuss is, see, first, what is ratio? So when we divide one quantity by another quantity, so whatever the simplified form of fraction we get, that is called as ratio. Like both the first will be C, ratio of A to B to C. Suppose ratio of A to B is given, like a ratio of A to B is 2:3, and then ratio of B is to C given, that is suppose 4:5. And suppose we need to find what is the ratio of A is to C. Then what we will be doing here, for this type of question, you can see B is common in both of them, but they are not equal. So we'll have to multiply both the ratios by such numbers so that they will become equal, because we know that ratio is simplified form. So even if we are multiplying the ratio by any number, that will not affect the ratio. So you can see here it is 3, here it is 4. So we can multiply first ratio A is to B by 4 and the second ratio B is to C by 3. Then they will become equal. So we will be getting A is to B is equal to 8:12 and B is to C equal to we'll be getting 12:15. So you can see 12, now B is equal in both the ratios. So the remaining A and C, whatever it is given, will be the ratio of A is to C after simplifying. So we can say hence A is to C is equal to 8:15, which cannot be simplified further. So this is how we will be finding the ratio of A is to C. Now next is direct variation and inverse variation. So let's first discuss what is direct and inverse variation. So direct variation means if a quantity is increasing, then the other quantity which is dependent on the first quantity will also increase. If the first one is decreasing, the second one will also decrease. That means the ratio of both the quantities will remain same. Then that is called as direct variation. So we can write two quantities change in such a way that the ratio remains constant, then they are said to be in direct variation, which is given as y is proportional to x. That means y is directly dependent on x. So we can write this as y equal to kx. So this implies that y over x is equal to k. That means the ratio of y and x will always going to be same. Now inverse variation. Inverse variation is the relation between two quantities in such a way that if one of the quantity is increasing, the other will decrease. If the first one is increasing, the second one will decrease. If second is increasing, the first will decrease. that means their product will remain same. So we can say two quantities change in such a way that their product remains same or constant, then they are said to be in inverse variation. For example, y is inversely proportional to 1 over x. We can write y equal to k over x or xy equal to k. So product is constant. Now next topic which we will have to do in this is dividing a segment into two segments with given ratio. So in this one what we will be doing is, suppose there is a line segment like this, where this point is A, this point is B, and this point is P, such that ratio of AP to PB is R is to S. Then where coordinates of A will be given, suppose it is XA comma YA, coordinates of B will be given, suppose XB comma YB, then we need to find the coordinates of P. So how we will be doing this is, see, we can make a triangle here. So this is a triangle. Again, we will be joining from here to here. So you can see here, this complete is run, whereas this is rise. But we need this point. Suppose this is M, then we need this distance PM. And suppose this is C. So in ABC and APM, we are having two triangles. We need to find the coordinates of P. So how we'll be doing this? Since these two triangles you can see are similar, so what we'll be doing from here? Can we say that since two triangles are similar, so we can say that AM, this AM over AC will be equal to this AP over AB. So this implies that AM we will be having is, see, AM we need to find, which let's say X divided by AC. So AC we are having a run, that is equal to AP. AP is the ratio R and AB is the sum of R plus S. So from here we are getting X is equal to run times of R over R plus S. That means if we need to find the this coordinate, suppose that is given by M comma N, then can we say that M will be equal to this coordinate of X coordinate of A, that is XA, plus this distance, that is AM, which we have found X. That means run times of R over R plus S. This will be how we will be finding M, and similarly we will be finding N, and we will be getting YA plus, here it will come rise because we are finding Y coordinates. So rise times of R over R plus S. But there is a easy formula for this which we can use. We can simply say Mn is equal to, see, the ratio is R and S. So we can say S XA plus R. So here we can say RXB over R plus S. Similarly, we can say SYA plus RYB over R plus S. This is an easy formula which we can use to find the coordinates of P if A and B are divided in the ratio of R is to S. Now that's all in this topic. We can use this formula to find easily the coordinates. So to learn more this type of courses in details, please join MLS classes where we teach AP, all types of AP like AP Pre-Calculus, AP Calculus, AB and BC both, and then SAT, ACT, AMC. So please join MLS classes for these type of courses. Thank you.